the run-up to the elections of 2019, the BJP spelled out in its manifesto that they would abrogate Article 370.
Article 370 defined Kashmir's relationship with the rest of India. It limited the application of the Indian constitution to Kashmir and allowed for the region to have its own constitution. Importantly, it allowed for the inclusion of Article 35A, which gave special protections to the people of Kashmir. These protections barred non-Kashmiris from buying property and allocated government jobs and education slots to the people, to the local people. What this did was maintain the demographics of Kashmir and prevent the local population from being overrun by Indians from other parts of the country.
But as of now, the BJP's Amit Shah, who is Home Minister, has scrapped Article 370 and with it, the same special status that prevailed for Kashmiris for the better part of a century. What does this change? On the ground, it opens the floodgates to Indian settlers, who can now purchase land and acquire property in Kashmir. Call it the West Bank formula. India's right wing has dreamed of altering Kashmir's Muslim majority demographics since forever. It will now bulldoze a Hindu majority into the valley. But there are other consequences with regards to international law and with regards to India's own constitution. Besides the domestic challenges, India has also violated more international law than was initially appreciated. That includes the UN Security Council Resolution of 1948, which mandates a free and impartial plebiscite. It includes the UN CIP Resolution of 1949 that guarantees freedom of return. It includes the Geneva Conventions that prohibit an occupation from transferring its own civilian population into held territory. India has also dealt a body blow to its own rhetoric, whether that means the Simla Agreement, which states that pending the final settlement of any of the problems between the two countries, neither side shall unilaterally alter the situation, as well as the fact that Kashmir's sham accession to India via the Hindu Maharaja of the time was enshrined through Article 370. By revoking the same article, India has not only made accession or its idea of accession null and void, it has also demonstrated that it is moving from being an occupation force in Jammu and Kashmir to one of annexation.
Another issue of concern is the manner in which the BJP government has eviscerated Article 370. Now, this is a little complicated, so bear with me. To stop the application of Article 370, the article itself says that the Indian president required the approval of the Constituent Assembly of Kashmir. Now, this Constituent Assembly ceased to exist in 1957. So many thought that Article 370 could not be now deleted. This included the Indian Supreme Court in several judgments, most recently in 2016 in State Bank of India versus Santosh Gupta. They first used the powers of Article 370 given to the president to modify the constitution as it related to Kashmir. With these powers, it allowed them to change Article 367 of the Indian Constitution, which deals with interpreting other clauses of the Constitution. So in essence, without changing Article 370, they changed the meaning of the words used in Article 370 by interpreting them differently. This then gave the power to the president to seize the application of Article 370 without the need for a recommendation from the Constituent Assembly. In my opinion, I think the BJP government has tried to be a little too clever for its own good. There is a strong possibility now that the Indian Supreme Court may declare this action to be unconstitutional and therefore ineffective. But what we have clearly witnessed is the intent of a hyper-nationalistic government to override the wishes of the Kashmiri people and go back on decades-old promises it made to them.
अटल जी ने इंसानियत की बात कही थी, कश्मीरियत की बात कही थी, जमहूरियत की बात कही थी।